President Moon Jae-in has plenty on his plate in terms of turning around the bleak employment situation in the nation. Feeling the pressure of yet another deeply disappointing jobs report, the president is demanding all-out government efforts to create more employment opportunities. Our Shin Se-min has more.
A brutal reality check for President Moon Jae-in as he was forced to acknowledge the disappointing outcome of his administration's efforts to churn out more jobs.
고용 상황이 개선되지 않고 오히려 악화되는 모습을 보이고 있어서 마음이 매우 무겁습니다.
Meeting his top aides on Monday, the president called for all-out measures to create more jobs. This following an eye-watering employment report that showed only 5,000 jobs were added on year in July, the weakest increase since the turn of the decade. It's a crushing disappointment for the Moon administration and its push for income-led growth, which aims to boost consumption through job creation and raising income levels. It was also one of the president's key policy agendas when he ran for office last year. However, President Moon insisted it's premature to call the policy a failure, only admitting his administration's efforts may not have been strong enough.
정부는 고용 위기 해소를 위해 좋은 일자리 늘리기를 국정의 중심에 놓고 재정과 정책을 운용해 왔지만 결과를 놓고 보면 충분하지 못했다는 것을 인정하지 않을 수 없습니다.
He then ordered the central government to come up with additional and stronger actions to reach all areas and age groups, adding the government will use more taxpayer money to continue supporting his administration's job creation drive. It's no exaggeration to say that much of President Moon's attention is focused on having the government's efforts reflected on the country's jobs report card ASAP. And President Moon has also penciled in a meeting on Wednesday with the leaders of 17 local governments, the focus again being job creation. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.